What's going on, my beautiful people out there in the fragrance world? Welcome to PRScents. My name's Jose. So I don't know if you can see or not, but I'm representing my Mets. My New York Mets are 2 games away from playing the New York Yankees in the World Series. So let's pray that they beat the Dodgers the next 2 games, and my dream will come true. Anyway, guys, so listen, I have got 5 fragrances, not in any particular order, that I feel are, they're talked about here and there, but they're oldies, but are they goodies? And are they still relevant? So if you want to hear what I have to say about them, stick around. I'll see you in a second. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, so like I was saying, 5 fragrances. I could have done 10, but you know what? The last 2 videos I did, I tried to keep them short, and they were still like 20 minutes long. I watch a lot of 20-minute, 25-minute fragrance reviews. I do, especially when it's, the top 10, the top 20, whatever. I don't mind doing it, but, you don't always have the time to do that, so I'm sorry that those 2 were super long, but they're good. You should go watch them. So today I kept it down to 5, and these are 5 fragrances that are relatively old, right? These came out 2019, 2020, 2022, but I still think that they're worth it. They really are, and they're not expensive. These are all Middle Eastern fragrances, not expensive, and let's get started with it, okay? So the first one I have for you guys is like one of my very first fragrances that I got that were considered clone fragrances. I believe this is probably my first clone Middle Eastern fragrance, and it is Lattafa Oud For Glory. Now, this is in the same ballpark, has kind of the same DNA as Oud For Greatness, but the money is not in the same ballpark. You can still get this for like less than $30, $40, I believe. And like Oud For Greatness is maybe $200 or more. So, a lot of us, especially now, don't have that kind of dough, right? So you want to smell nice without having to spend a lot of money? This is a good way to go. Now, Oud For Glory has oud in it. It's got saffron, nutmeg, and lavender as the opening notes. And then oud and patchouli, and then oud, patchouli, and musk. So yes, it is an earthy kind of fragrance. It's a different kind of fragrance. This is a very good, if you want to get into oud, this one is a very, very good introduction to oud, because it's not super oudy, but it does have oud in it, and it'll give you a feel for what oud kind of smells like. Now, oud can smell like a lot of different things, but the main, thing about oud is that it smells, some people say it smells skanky, musky, there's different, some a little bit leathery sometimes, but it's an odd scent, but done in the right way with the right notes, complementary notes, it's beautiful. And in this, it is very beautiful. God, I love that scent. Now, some people say that at the beginning, it may have a little rubbery kind of scent to it. I get that. I do get that, but that goes away fairly quickly. And what you get is a really nice, it's the lavender and the oud mixed together in a really nice way. And that's what I get more of than anything else. It's the lavender and the oud. So the lavender here, the oud underneath it, just supporting it. And it's a delicious scent. It is a little thick, and it does have that rubbery kind of feel to it, but not in a bad way. It's done very, very well. And I do have a decant of Oud For Greatness, and they're very close. So, if you want to kind of start getting into oud, if you're not into oud and you want to get a feel for what it smells like, Oud For Glory is a really nice way to go. And this is by Lattafa, okay? So let's move on to the next one. Now, the next one is maybe like the third or fourth one that I got. And this is by Armaf. And this is Craze. The bottle is horrendous, but the juice inside is really, really nice. This is very similar to Pegasus, Parfums de Marly Pegasus. And it's just so nice. I get like a really nice almondy, you know, undertone to it. And that's what I get a lot out of it, is that almond. So it's got heliotrope in it. It's got cumin, bergamot, almond, bitter almond, lavender, sage, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and jasmine. And it does smell quite a bit in the same ballpark as Pegasus. It's a really nice scent. If you like that almondy kind of like a very vanilla almond kind of feel to it, it's just a pleasant scent. It's not offensive. I think it's office safe. The longevity on this one is you know, moderate. I get maybe 4 to 6 hours out of it, and that's my skin. On yours it may be different. But it's like a creamy almond vanilla kind of note breakdown of this fragrance, and it is so nice. Guys, I think if you're a young guy as well, you'll probably like this if you like a little, just a tad heavier. It's not a freshie, but it's not a heavy duty fragrance either. Really well done. I like it a lot. Like I said, well, I didn't say it. I think it's a really nice night fragrance. A little dressed up, but you don't have to dress up too much with this one. I would wear jeans and sneakers and wear this, but probably I would like to wear it more, you know, with some nice clothes. But fall, winter, really good fragrance for the fall and winter, and that's what we're doing right now. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, and another thing is, if you have Armaf Craze, try layering it with Tuscan leather or Toscano leather or whatever leather one you have. It's actually a really nice scent, so give that a shot. Next one. Now the next one is one of my absolute favorites, one of my really early fragrances. I forget when this one came out, but it was probably 2020, 2021. And it is by Afnan, and it is Rare Carbon. Now, if you have smelled fragrances like Tuscan Leather or Ombre Leather by Tom Ford, this is in the same ballpark as that. This has got a really juicy leather feel to it. It's got violet leaf, nutmeg, cinnamon, oud, rose, cedar. But to me, like, it's kind of like a raspberry tone to it that is just so nice. If you want to smell like ombre leather, but you don't want to spend that 200 plus cash that you're gonna have to use for that, get this. This is still less than $30, I believe. And I've got to get another bottle because I've really used this a lot. But if you like leather fragrances, with a little fruity kind of feel to it, and also floral, because what you get out of this is you do smell the rose in it, but very light, but it is a little floral as well. This is so good, guys. I highly recommend Rare Carbon by Afnan. If you got $30 to spare and you like leather fragrances, go with this if you haven't already. Next one. Now the next one is probably one of my first 10 that I got, also by Lattafa. And this was back in 21, 22 when the big, every now and then, there's one fragrance that all the different Middle Eastern companies decide we're gonna make something that's similar to that one. And back in 2021 or so, Rouge was the one that everybody needed to kind of give you a flavor, but with their own twist to it. And Lattafa came out with Abiyedh Rouge. Now, if you're not familiar with Rouge, it's a very, it's kind of like a marshmallow, uh, dental floss kind of fragrance. If you have ever smelled Ariana Grande's Cloud, this is in the same ballpark as that, except, you know, the quality is a little higher. But this has got things like pear, kumquat, bergamot, geranium, cardamom, coriander, ambergris, suede, and Tahitian vetiver. And this, just the way it smells, I'm trying to, it literally is like a marshmallow, just a marshmallow smell, but really done very well. You get that kumquat, it's a little citrusy, but what you get more of is, some people say it's got a kind of dental floss kind of scent to it. But to me, it's kind of like a vanilla marshmallow sweetness that's there that makes this smell so damn good. And this, again, this is one that you could probably get for less than $25. If you want to know what Baccarat Rouge 540 smells like, this is not a bad way to go. It's really, really good, as you can tell. I've almost killed this one too. But be careful, because Ana Abiyedh, which means I am white, real nice name, makes like 3 other ones. They make Ana Abiyedh Leather, Ana Abiyedh just plain, Ana Abiyedh Rouge, and I think that's probably it. I think that's it. But you want the Ana Abiyedh Rouge, because this is really, really nice. If you like that cotton candy, marshmallow kind of scent, you'll really enjoy this one. Now, the last one needs no introduction. This was the one that I think personally put all of the Middle Eastern fragrance houses on, you know, on the map. And it's by Armaf, and it is Club de Nuit Intense Man. This is the EDT. When this came out, like, everybody was blown away, because it's so close to Creed Aventus, you know, that same scent profile. So close to that it was just amazing. And the quality that they used was really nice. Now, one of the drawbacks of it that a lot of people complain about is that at the beginning, when you first spray it, a lot of people say they get this lemon pledge cleaner kind of scent out of it, and they don't like it. I get that lemon pledge cleaner scent when I first spray it, but to me, it's gone within like 4 or 5 minutes, and then it just, you know, settles down, and you get that pineapple, a little bit of citrus, but just a beautiful scent. And you know, this literally put Armaf on the map, because everybody was buying this. If you didn't have the $300+ to buy Creed Aventus, you would get this. And then they came out with the EDP, and then they came out with the Parfum, and then they came out with something else. I mean, and there's a lot of ones out there. Not only Intense is another one, but this was the first one that came out, and I still like this one better than the other ones. The other ones, I think they got rid of that lemon pledge kind of feel at the beginning, and it's much smoother. But since I don't mind it, I'll just hold on to this one, and I don't need to buy the other ones. But if you want to get a really good Creed Aventus-like kind of fragrance without paying the Creed Aventus money, I would say this you probably can still get for less than $35, $40, or just go to the Parfum, which a lot of people say is really nice as well. So yeah, so that's 5 fragrances, guys, that I really think, you know, yes, they are a little older, but yes, they are still relevant. They are Jose Coffee-worthy fragrances that you can see I use them because I like them that much. And to me, they're definitely backup bottle worthy. So if you like this video, if you like the information I provide to you, please do me a favor. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you get notified every time I put out a new video, which I try to do 3 times a week. And if you guys have any oldie but goodie suggestions, let me know. What's your top 5 oldie but goodie fragrances? And, you know, it doesn't have to be Middle Eastern. It could be cheapy, you know, designer fragrances. Like Guess 1981 Los Angeles. I love that thing. That's a really nice scent. Cheap, but smells really, really well done. So yeah. So guys, I bid you farewell. And as always, you guys make sure that you be safe, you be loved, and I will talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.